I love ya. Welcome to the power of you. Yes, you are the power within you, without, outside, inside. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today for our power of you. Hmm. Today we're speaking on the end of the year is here. It is coming into this new year of a number nine cycle of 2024. We're going into 2025. So we're leaving 2024, which was an 8 year, and entering to a nine. This is a time for change. This is a time for going back, looking in without. Let me turn off this other light. No, it's okay. How was that? Yeah? No, it's right in my eyes. Okay. So it's this is a time for us. And retrograde is over. Yeah. For those who did not enjoy, I enjoyed it personally, going in and reflecting. So this is a time for us this year that we're coming into. We want to remember that God, Odu, Oludumare, universe, spirit is precise and strategic. Let me say that again. It is precise and strategic. Precise and strategic. Yes. So as we are reflecting on this year of 2024 on a number nine cycle, we have the opportunity to really look at some of the things that happened with us. So don't carry things you are not meant to carry. This is a time for releasing because remember in 2026 you will be going into a number one cycle. So don't carry things you were not meant to carry. Looking back at some of the decisions we made, some of the conversations that we had, this is a time for us to reflect back. If you understand that you have been created for a specific reason to do a specific job, and you know over the years that you've been following me on social media, or if you're a part of my classes and that, you know that you have been created with the genius, with the Odu, the specificity that your fingerprint is the only one that the universe can recognize as you. So if you remember that you are specifically written, ordained by God to be, do, or have, then you always remember that the distractions that we go through as human beings and an opportunity for us to evolve, we may find ourselves beating up on ourselves and feeling, carrying things that we're not meant to carry, being places we not need to be, forgiving and moving without really understanding why. The deep meaning behind all of it is remembering that you are divine, you are precious. When we look around us and listen to the news and the social media, and we can be distracted and forget, myself included, that we chose what the things that we choose and that we were chosen and we chose to accomplish great things in our lives. Remembering that, then we can come back from the distraction of what's going on, fear, the world, what's happening, what's not going to happen. At the end of the year, look back. Don't carry things you are not meant to carry. With this nine coming up, this is called the finisher. In numerology, number nine is called the finisher. This is a time for us to look at what don't work anymore and have the boldness and the courage. So today is a day of Osossi. And so with Osossi, we are asking Osossi to awaken within us our ability to go back and remember everything that we did and said. And we always know, because if it's 2, 3 days later, we look back and say, oh my God, I should have said that, or I could have said that, and I could have done, or I could have mind my business. Your action or inaction is going to allow you to go into Osossi and recalibrate yourself and look back and own it. When we remember that we are chosen, that we can move forward without even recognizing that this distraction of the world right now, it's always been. It's always existed. There's always the night and the day, the up and the down, the yes and the no. And it's for us to choose in that moment which one we want. And it's all about our elevation. So I am here today to encourage you that you have the power to be great and fulfill your mission without looking at what you could have, should have, would have done, or that you carry things, or that it's time to release. I'm so grateful for the presence of God and the recognition of God's influence in my life and in your life, that we have Odu, we have readings, we have forecasts, we have things that can reconnect us to remembering. Everything is in a cycle. It takes 9 months to make a baby, right? So we cannot try to come out of everything quick. It has to wake, it has to bake, it has to ferment, it has to evolve. And so in our moving around, this number 9 now is coming back to let us know. So I'm so grateful that we have Odu and readings, because sometimes when we get distracted, as I said, myself, and I get a reading and it tells me exactly why this is coming up at this time. When we get a reading and do the ebo or the rituals or the services to support the explanation of what may be exactly what we need, what I need, what you may need, or what you might need to hear or to know or to experience for your growth, for my growth. It can be frustrating as a human being, but Odu reminds us that life is a series of chapters in the book of life. You're in a book of life. There are 256 chapters that could say to you, this is where you are today. You need to hear this. These are the things that you can use to empower you. And these are the things that you need to let go so that what's waiting for you is going to be glorious. That's awesome. That's powerful. I'm going to have to put all this other light. I feel like I can't see myself. Yeah, I feel better now. Yay! I can see myself, because I can say, what is going on? And so when you get a reading and it tells you that, okay, so you may have to go through this, or this is what is going to happen. What I love about this faith is that the ritual says, once the ritual is done, you will pass through this stage knowing why it happened. That there. So you're having a conversation with Olodumare. You're having a conversation with God. You're having a conversation, and not, oh, God, that's ethereal or out there, ethereal. It's in you. Ogun is in you. When you get a reading and Osossi or Ogun comes and says, be bold, be brave, step in. You're going to go through some difficulties, but this ritual is going to guarantee that you will be able to look at it in retrospect. Look at it in your side view mirror, in your rear view mirror, and look at, whoa, look at me. I went through that and I'm back. Yes, that is what the readings are saying, is that whatever it is that you're going through, you have it within you. You know that the Orisha, the God, the energy force is the same energy that is out there. You have it within you. You call that maybe the sign of Aries, right? And the planet is Mars. And we call it Ogun. It's out there for us to grab. So go get your Ogun, your Osossi. Gear up for the new year that's coming out. Not to fight. They will fight for you. You fight the will to distract you so that you can become that light. That when Ogun see you, say, wow, Osossi, oh, wow, that's my buddy. That's my partner. They're calling me so that we can align and make this world a better place by remembering the commitment that we made before birth. I love this faith. And so the joke is on us when we think that what we're going through and what we've been through was some kind of like God was sleeping or had a moment, or that they are mad with us and that God is mad with us. Ogun don't have any reason to be mad with you. Ogun got other things to do. Ogun is just making sure that he's the magnet in the middle of the earth, that it doesn't float away. So that magnet is what keeps Earth, so it can do its rotation, so it can do its thing. When Papa Sun is there, Mama Moon is telling us at night to be cool, at night to be, just telling us what to do, and not flying off and running into each other. The planet's beautiful organization of Olodumare. So the joke is on us when we don't realize that God is precise. When you get a reading or and a ball and it's done, it is so strategic. The thing that we should do and can bring us benefit is to sit still, connect to our head, look back at what we did and said that put us where we are, and make a choice if you want to continue doing it like that. And it's okay if you want to do it like that because it makes sense to you. And all of us may have to go to summer school. I've done this. If y'all read my book, The Living Shrine, y'all know I've been to summer school a whole lot of times. I had to replay stuff because of the sight that I did not have to, in the moment, recognize that I was in control of my own life and that all of these other people were not. So if you want to join me tonight at 7 o'clock, we're having this fabulous webinar of reconnecting and rewiring and reprogramming yourself. We're going to be covering some of the things in the chapter 26 of my book, but also it's going to give you some tools of how to walk from the year of accomplishments of 8 to into the finisher. So you want to join me. Go on Yeyefini.com, join up, sign up for this webinar. And it's also a fundraiser. So getting back to this, is that your Ori, your head, your brain, your intelligence, your second sense that says, I'm talking to myself, that self and the universe already aligned and say, oh, we're number 9, so let's do this again. So when we look back right now, how strategic and precise God is, look at, let me take a sip of water behind that. When I look at my life, and when you have the opportunity, go back, everybody, to look at what you were doing in 2016. That's 9 years ago. Baby, the universe is brilliant and strategic. Everything that we've been through in 2016 is going to shed light as to what you're doing with it this 9 years later. Are you still using it? Are you taking it to another level? Are you dropping some things behind? Baby, look at what you were doing 9 years ago and 9 years before that. Because that's how I live in the little, the numerology thing for me. I'm not a numerologist, trust me, but I love to see the power of how nothing is by coincidence. And so when we look back, look at where you were. If you can remember, put it up on the chat, where you were in 2016. What were you doing and how is it coming up? I looked at my life and I was like, whoa. When I look back, I realized there are a lot of things that I didn't even realize that I had sat with it, remembered it, and now in 2019 coming up, a cycle, not 2019, sorry, the cycle of 9 is coming back, and I have an opportunity to appreciate it or say goodbye. So look back at your life. As I was preparing for this class, for this webinar, for the webinar that's coming up, but also for today, Wednesday, is that God is precise and strategic. Who knew? When I went to Nigeria in 2016 in one of my visits, because I used to go often, and I had not gone in a while. For those of you that read my book, know that the Oni, Olubushe Sijuwade AKG, who was the late Oni before the Oni, Adeyeye Enikan Ogun who is the present Oni, right? And he sat, that was the year that he became the new Oni. And I went to Nigeria at that time, that year, just as it was right before his installment. Yes, it was the day before, the week before. Look at that. So I get to sit with the Oni and speak to him as to who I am and that I knew the other Oni and that I got the title of the Iyalode of the United States by the Oni. And he was like, whoa, that's impressive. I never heard of you. So I gave him, the facts, the things that I had about my life. And he was very impressed with it. And we developed a relationship with him and his wife and the people around him. And they made me feel so at home to the point where he gave me land. Listen to this. 9 years before that, no, it was 18 years before that, I received land from the Oni Olubusha Sijuwade KG. I didn't organize that. God was precise. I got the title then. I get to come to Nigeria to bring some students to receive initiation and to get things done for them spiritually. And I come to the palace, I'm welcome, and I develop a relationship that has served me so well, with much respect to our ancestors. I went to places that I had never been before in Nigeria, and that many people may have never been, because of the knowledge and the presence of God in this place called Ile-Ife, the place where we believe that life began. Me, little old me. So that was just one of the things that happened. Then it's the first year, it's the first time that I am initiated into Egbe and Ifa. That I had been initiated in Nigeria before to Oshun, and that was 18 years before. And so now we come into this next cycle of 9, and here I am initiated to what? I didn't sit down and plan this. It ended up that my student was ready to go, and we were able to go. So take this number 9 cycle very serious that you're going into. Look back where you were. Look at it. Give it what it deserves, what it requires. And know that this is when we look back at what we've done or what we need to change, step into it, and the universe is going to help you. Right now is the first time we're starting classes on Egbe. 19 years, when I first got initiated to Oshun, I didn't know anything about Egbe because that's not one of the Orishas that I inherited in my Lukumi-centric practice. Nothing is a coincidence. And so knowing that, today I am here to encourage you, to let you know number 9 is coming. Reflect, sit back, own some of the stuff that we did that was right or that was not. Face it and make a choice, because God is precise and strategic. Who would know that God would make it so that I would end up coming to town just the same time as the Obatala Festival and the inauguration of the installment of the new President Oni, right before I met him. And then we're getting Egbe, and then taking people back to get initiated to Egbe. God is precise. So in your life, when you look at it right now, there are things that are affecting your life right now. And remember, you don't have to be in a place where the distraction is making you feel impotent towards the glory that you have, the things that your assignments that you have. Get your divination, set up your readings, go to your priest, sit at the feet of your teachers. That's what you want to do, so that you can have the gift of experience that your elders have. I'm not just talking about me. Your elders, you know who your elders are. Your mama, your daddy, your godmother, your priestess, whoever your priest. Go back and find out exactly what it is that you need to connect with yourself, so that when this number 9 comes, because the finisher is coming with no judgment. It's just saying, this is what you need. This is what I'm giving you. And whether you need it or not, the choice is yours. So number 9 year is such an amazing year, because now in 2026, we are going to then get into a number 1, and we can say, ha ha, this is what I did with what I got and what I got rid of. So this is a time to really be bold, step into your bravery, step into your power, look at what no longer serves you, and find a way of deleting it, removing it, and opening up. Because once you remove it, it's like your hand. When you move something from your hand, what you do, you're opening up for other gifts. So open up your life for the new gifts that are coming to you in this new year. Number 9 is going to bring you a lot of new gifts. Don't get distracted with some of the things that we forget that we are here to do be and have a greater connection to ourselves and connection to Olodumare, God, Allah, whatever it is that spirit you call it that makes sense to you, that's who I'm talking about. There's no one way of knowing, because the God that lives in you is based on what your Odu is. The God of people that are Obatala, their religion is specifically for them. I heard that Baba Alaje mentioned that we all have our own religion. I was like, "Ooh, run that back." And it made so much sense, and I'm repeating it here. So your religion, remember this, religion. And if you have my class on African cosmology, you know we talk about what religion is. Religion is to go back, ligament, right? Religion. So you are going back to the things that ties you to who you are. So we each have our own practice, our own medicine. The religion of an Obatala priest is don't put palm oil on your head, though palm oil is lovely. But if you're a priest of Ogun, shine your head up with palm oil. If you're a priest of Shango, that's what's going to give you your glow. If you're Obatala, that is not your religion. That is not the thing that ties you back to who you are. Right? I learned that concept in Medune Ter, Volume 1. By Ra'u Nefer Amen, that talks that is ligament, is to go back, ligament, ligare, is to go back to the ligament, go back to the thing that makes you who you are. So if your religion or your specific religion or thing that ties you back is going back to palm oil, get that palm oil. If it's to cocoa butter, shea butter, efun, and calm, get back to that. If it's Oshun with the honey, get back to that. If it's Oshun's sweetness, no matter what's going on, you always smiling. No one needs to know that you're crying, because she's like, you ain't got no reason to be crying. You Oshun, you got it all, baby. If your connection is Yemonja, know that any water belongs to you and you can flow with anything that you desire. Yes. This is the time for us to use our medicine. The sun, the equinox coming up. Get your Babalua year cleansing. Do your fasting, cleansing, removing, getting rid of old clothes, cleaning up your house, doing all that you can so that you know that you don't have to be. Don't carry things that you were not meant to carry. Okay? So this is the day of Osossi that we are saying, and Osossi is every day, remember, because Osossi is the spirit of God that exists in you, that goes and finds everything that you want to find. And so we want you to then, as we have play this Osossi chant for you by Ella Andel, which you know I love her, I am going to also say a prayer for Osossi, who is the one that's going to find the stuff to make God precise. When Osossi is hunting with his bow and arrow, he's not out there just shooting at anything. He's not shooting at a tree. He's going out to find the animal that he wants to track for you. He's strategic. He knows when the young babies are coming in and when not to hunt and when to hunt. He's precise. He knows he's not going out there with arrows that don't have the right aim and the right awareness, and the quiver is not working. So Ogun and Osossi and Odu is the same thing, that when we do Ebo goes and tells us, and rituals does, well, I'm using the word Ebo, but rituals, any kind of thing that you do, anything that you do, God already had the plan for you. Just as I shared with you about me being in Yeyefini by coincidence. That was precise and strategic. It was strategically lined up for me to be able to go. The Oni was not sitting in his public place yet. I went to his private rooms with his family and gave him my story. And I have it on tape. Baby, that is strategic and precise. And all I was doing was, oh, I'm going back to Yeyefini. Come on. The sister says she's on a 30-day. That's what you do. You cleanse yourself out. See how fabulous I look? Yes, I've been on doing my cleansing. I had 14 days and I felt so fantastic. And we're getting ready to do Babalua Aye cleansing on Friday. Thursday evening with the egg bag. So look, God is precise. Awaken the Oshosi in you. Oshosi, we're going to talk about Oshosi and then pray. Oshosi is the hunter. And you know, I love this little book. This is I Hear Olofi's Song, right? By Ayoka Quinones, Ayoka Wiles. Oshosi is the hunter, communicator, and protector of the warriors. He represents blind justice. He provides direction and advice in respect to aspects of rules and protocols of social institution. He represents the ability to create a metaphysical energy to force a force that can identify the truth of any situation. He guides and points people in the right direction for the benefit of their evolution and progress. Oshosi challenges us to see things for what they really are and not what we want them to be. That's it. You go back, you cleanse, you look, what the realness of this is, and say goodbye for what no longer serves you. And what it is that serves you, get closer to it and get more of it. My advice is always sit with elders and always sit with younger people, because younger people give you this perspective of where you're going, and the older people or your elders are going to show you what not to do, because we've been there and we were dumb. So sit, have that. That's why we have on our webinar tonight. I have a young person. I have Oyabumi de Rosario, priestess of Oya, that's going to join with us to talk about the stuff that in reconnecting, refreshing, reorganizing your life as a young person. And mine is going to be from the perspective of an elder. You don't want to miss this. How she was able to raise 4 children in this faith, initiate her children. They're priests and on their way to priesthood. Come on, baby. Oshosi. So as we ask for Oshosi now, I'm going to ask you to take 3 cleansing breaths as we listen to Oshosi's song, the chant rather, by Ella Andel, and we go into a space of visualizing yourself sitting in the midst of a woods. And all of the things around you, you will see the bush, you will see the animals, you'll see the stream leading to the river, to the river. The stream will lead to the river will lead to the ocean. Hear the sounds of the birds. Realize that Oshosi is right there, giving you the opportunity and the strength to be bold and do the thing that is the truth to bring to your life right now. And then I will read the prayer to Oshosi. So I want you to take a minute and do 3 cleansing breaths, breathing in and then breathing out. A second time, breathing in and breathing out. And this third time, you're going to breathe in and hold it. And then release. You have just emptied your spirit of any stress, any distraction as we salute and key Oshosi. Malamalade. Continue to walk into that wooded area as we see Oshosi. Oshosi. Walking in the woods, finding that rock, that big boulder with a radiant light shining on it to show you exactly where you're going to sit. And this Ogun and Osossi day, awaken the Oshosi in you today. Oh, Oshosi. Osossi, you who have the spiritual weaponry to cut straight through things unseen, help me to be pointed in the right direction. May your arrow represent the direction of my spirit and your energy shoot straight forward to its targeted direction, hitting it right on target each and every time. As I call you, as I call out your name, Osossi or Demata, I call and know you will show up right on time and at the right moment for my highest and greatest good. That which I can see, and most importantly, what I can't see. I pray that as I call your name, Osossi or Demata, if there's any fear within me, it will rise up and be released. I will justify your name as you come to the justice of my destiny, that which is clearer to you and Orisha and wanting to be fully manifested in me. I shall not stand in the way, nor allow my ego to take hold of me, but allow through the essence of blind faith and as a witness of my Ori that I will be empowered by the spiritual justice of my spirit. Osossi. Visualize Osossi in the woods, just giving you gifts. Open your hand, receive your gift. That special gift that he just gave you, that butterfly that landed on your shoulder, those are all gifts. That deer that is looking at you, right at your eyes, in your eyes, that is Osossi. Those plants and leaves, they represent Osossi. Shire, open the roads for luck, for positivity. Take those gifts. I opened my Osossi today to you, and I made service for you. Take it. This number 9 year, be strategically about what you're welcoming into your life this number 9 year as you revisit Osossi and the things in your life. Take yourself some cleansing breaths. 3 cleansing breaths as you're coming out of your chest. Allow Osossi to bless you. Share. Asheo, Asheo, Asheo. May Osossi's words, may Osossi's deeds, may Osossi's ability to bring clarity by being honest with ourselves, looking at some of the decisions we made in the past. Some of it are things that were not for us, and feel boldly, self-lovingly walk away. So that when the number 9 brings back those gifts, you can revisit it with a smile and says, no, thank you, or welcome into my life. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, knowing that you are loved. Join us tonight for our webinar, which is a first fundraiser, go on yeyefini.com to register and add your donations, and I will see you then. Odabo.